Have you ever watched one movie moment and thought about it for years afterward? That's exactly the kind of moment Phoebe Cates created. A tiny scene that became unforgettable, then followed her through a career she could have kept pushing, but didn't. Stay with me. By the end, you'll know why that scene matters, how it reshaped her life, and the surprising reason she walked away from Hollywood. Phoebe didn't start out chasing movie stardom. As a child, she trained as a dancer, dreaming of a future on stage, until an injury changed everything. Forced to leave dance behind, she turned to modeling. The camera noticed her instantly, and magazines, then film offers soon followed. But Phoebe was never someone to coast on looks alone. She wanted to act. Then came Fast Times at Ridgemont High, the movie that turned a quiet actress into a cultural moment. That one scene, small in the script, huge in impact, was meant as a simple character beat. But Phoebe's timing, presence, and the choices she made in the moment turned it into an image the audience couldn't stop talking about. Suddenly, her face was everywhere. People asked about that scene in every interview. It was fame, but fame with a label that stuck. After that, Phoebe didn't disappear. She kept working, landing roles that showed range and warmth. In Gremlins, she proved herself again, comfortable mixing sweetness and humor, able to light up a frame without stealing focus. Directors saw that she could hold comedy, drama, and charm all at once. Yet even with these strong performances, that early moment from Fast Times followed her like a shadow. Here's the hard part. Being defined by a single instant is a strange kind of fame. For every film role she did well, interviewers circled back to that one image. Imagine crafting a career, doing the work, learning your craft, and still being remembered mostly for a single flash. It would have been easy to lean fully into the fame, to chase louder roles and endless publicity. But Phoebe made a different choice. She met actor Kevin Kline, fell in love, and stepped away from the constant grind. At a time when Hollywood wanted more of her, she chose less, a quieter life focused on family. That decision surprised a lot of people. In an industry built on exposure, she opted for privacy and peace. She had the fame, the talent, the offers, and she declined the easy path. That is as bold as any red carpet moment. But she didn't disappear creatively. Phoebe opened a small boutique in New York City, a calm and curated space full of artful gifts. It was a new way to create, to choose beauty and craft on her own terms. Customers who recognized her expecting celebrity energy instead met someone warm, reserved, and unshowy. She didn't trade her past for anonymity. She simply prioritized a life she loved. What makes Phoebe's story worth telling is not just that she gave us an iconic movie moment. It's that she followed it with a life of her own design. She reminds us that success isn't always measured by how much you're seen, but by how true you stay to what you value. She could have been a permanent tabloid fixture. Instead, she became a quiet example of choosing family, choosing calm, and choosing creative control. So, why do we still talk about her? Because Phoebe Cates represents a rare Hollywood arc, rising fast, creating something unforgettable, and then stepping off the treadmill to live deliberately. That famous scene will always be part of her legacy, but it's only the beginning. The fuller, more interesting story is how she balanced the glow of stardom with the desire for a grounded life. If that surprised you, you're not alone. Phoebe's choice asks us to reconsider what fame really buys and what it costs. Her moment in a film may have captured the public imagination, but her life afterward tells us something deeper. Sometimes the most courageous role is the one you play away from the camera. If you liked this look behind the scene, hit like, subscribe, and tell us which actor's real-life choice surprised you the most. We'll dive into another story in the next video.